Morning Year 5, your fluency for today is over from Purple Mash. It's the number bonds activity, so it's getting that arithmetic carrying on, so that mental maths nice and quick. So either go and do that, have a go now, or you can do that once you've watched the video. First, going to go through yesterday's challenge. So a 10p coin is approximately 2mm thick. Eva makes a pile of 10p coins worth £1.30. So what's the height? Well, for a coin stack to be worth £1.30, she must have used 13 lots of 10p coins. Now, if each 10p coin is 2mm thick, we needed to do 13 times by 2mm, which gives us 26mm. And then to turn that into centimetres, we need to divide it by 10, which gives us 2.6 centimetres. Well done if you got that. This week we're thinking about measurements. Yesterday we talked about millimetres, centimetres and metres. Today we're going to move on from that and start to think about kilometres. Now on Monday we talked about what this prefix of kilo meant. So we talked about it meaning in wholes 1,000, okay, so thousands. So here we've got 1,000 metres, so a kilometre is 1,000 metres. So the first task is I want you to pause this and I want you to see if you can fill in these sentence starters similar to yesterday's task. There are how many metres in one what? As a fraction, 1 metre is what fraction of a kilometre? Okay, and as a bit of a challenge, you can maybe try and write that as a decimal. Okay, so I've already told you that there's 1,000 metres in a kilometre. So there are 1,000 metres in one. Now you can either write out the word kilometre or we can use the abbreviation km. So in 1 kilometre. As a fraction, 1 metre is what fraction of a kilometre? So remember, for every kilometre, there's 1,000 metres. So that means that 1 metre is 1,000th of a kilometre. If we were to write 1 metre as a decimal, so as a kilometre, 1 metre, so we need to divide that by 1,000. Let's think about a place value. So it would be 0.0001. No tenths, hundredths, 1,000th of a kilometre. Here's your first task of today. So, 3 children went running for 45 minutes. Mohammed ran 4 kilometres and 90 metres. Chelsea ran 4.9 kilometres and Zoya ran 4,009 metres. I want you to put these in order of who ran the furthest, did they all run the same? And then, so see if you can show me all of your working out in metres and as kilometres. In order to compare, we need to make sure that all of our units are exactly the same. Okay, so either all metres, all kilometres and metres, or all kilometres. So I'm going to start off with Zoya. So we've got 4,009 metres. Now it doesn't matter which way you do it, I'm going to do it for all of them just to show you. So let's first turn these into kilometres and metres. At the moment it's in metres. So remember, 1 kilometre is equal to 1,000 metres. So in our number here, Zoya has run 4,000 metres. That's 4 lots of 1,000. So that must mean that she's run 4 kilometres. And then left over, she had 9 metres. So she ran 4 kilometres and 9 metres. Now if we're to write this as kilometres, we divide it by 1,000. So it would be 4, so 4 whole kilometres. And then this is where we need to be careful. When we're dividing by 1,000, 9 metres is 1,000th, remember back to our sentences, of a metre. So it would be 4.009 kilometres. Okay, she's run 4 whole kilometres and then 9,000th of a kilometre, which is 9 metres. Next we'll go through Chelsea. So Chelsea ran 4.9 kilometres. It's already in kilometres. So let's turn that into metres and kilometres. So the 4 holes here is kilometres. So 4 kilometres. And then the 9, so that's 9/10ths of a kilometre. So if we do that, we can think that is 900 metres. Okay? 9/10ths of a kilometre is 900 metres. Now we can turn this into metres as a whole. So the 4 kilometres is the same as 4,000 metres. 4,000 plus our 900 gives us 4,900 metres. And then last we have Mohammed, who ran 4 kilometres and 90 metres. So as metres, our 4 kilometres we know is 1,000. So that's 4,000 metres. And then 90 metres. So we didn't run any, got no hundreds. 4,090 metres. Okay? And then as a decimal, we have 4 whole kilometres. So this is writing it in kilometres now. So we just need to divide this by 1,000. 4 whole kilometres and 9 hundredths of a metre. Okay? So remember, think back to our last one, which was 9 kilometres. 9 metres, sorry, which was 1,000th of a kilometre, but this time we've got 90 metres, so that's 9 hundredths of a metre. Okay, so it would be 4.09 metres. So well done if you got that. So in conclusion, it doesn't matter which way we compare them, but Chelsea actually ran the furthest. Okay, so we can compare them in each of the ways, but Chelsea ran the furthest. So well done if you got that. Okay, another chance for you to pause the video. I want you to have a go at turning these kilometre measurements into metres and kilometres, and also into metres, please. So we've got 4.05, 4.5, 2.40 and 60.08, and all of those are kilometres. Starting then with 4.05 kilometres. To turn this into metres, we need to times it by 1,000. We can also think about this 4 whole kilometres is the same as 4,000 metres. So it would give us 4,050 metres. Okay, so we times this by 1,000. Now if I was to write this as kilometres and metres, it would give us 4 kilometres and 50 metres. Now be careful, it's not 5 metres, even though we can only see 5 here, because this is 5 hundredths of a kilometre, remember, which is 50 metres. So I know that's quite tricky. The next one then, so 4.5 kilometres, first in metres. So again, timesing it by 1,000, this 4 whole kilometres means 4,000 kilometres. And then 5/10 of a kilometre is 500 kilometres. And we just need to move that on our place value grid. So it would be 4,500 metres. And we can see that that then is bigger than, that 50 is bigger than our 500, which is here. Look, it's moved one place to the left, it's much bigger than that, okay? And then as kilometres and metres, it's 4 kilometres and 500 metres. Okay, next one, 2.40 kilometres. So first in metres, so we've got the 2 holes, which is 2,000 metres, and then here it's got 40. This 0 on the end doesn't have any value in it, okay? So we just, again, same as before, moving it along our place value grid, it's 2,400 metres. As kilometres and metres, we would write that as 2 kilometres, 2 whole kilometres and 400 metres. And then the last one is here, 60.08 kilometres. Now this is quite a challenge. The same process as before, we just need to times it by 1,000. But let's think, so we've got 60,000 kilometres. I'm going to put a comma to help us. And then here, this let's think about it, 0.08 kilometres, it's not 8 metres when we times it. This is 100th of a kilometre. So if we use these to help us, that actually is going to show us as 80 metres. So it's 60,080 metres. Okay, that's really difficult. This is a comma, by the way, to show us 60,080 metres. Okay, so that's really tricky. As kilometres and metres, that would give us 60 whole kilometres. So that's a really big distance, 60 whole kilometres and 80 metres. So really well done if you got those. There's some tricky measurements in there. That's it from me today then. Your task is on Purple Maths. You've got a quiz. My piece of advice would be to work them all out, work all your conversions out on paper before you answer the questions. Okay, there's not many of them, but there are some tricky ones. Okay, so just think carefully before you answer. And then today's challenge is coming up. So good luck. Any issues, then please let us know. See you tomorrow.